Is Recharge a scam? We're going to discuss that while we try out the brand new crawling mode. By the way, I can't blame you if you want to use AI to summarize this video, just subscribe first. Hello, and welcome back to the Oddball Gaming Amalgam. I'm V.
I'm Silverado.
And I am Peak.
Hi, Peak and Silverado. What game are we attempting to play today?
Recharge.
And why did I say attempting?
It's not been cooperating for us today.
No, it has not. In fact, we even already started recording this video, and what happened?
Your computer crashed and corrupted.
So funny thing, I actually recorded a video with my phone, and I'm going to put it in the video.
Right. So, my PC just crashed. My PC has proper hard crashed. My mic is not working. Nothing is working. And now I'm going to have to turn it off. I really hope, I really hope the recording is not lost.
So, what are we testing out today anyways in Recharge?
For the new crawling mode.
Yes, there is. Are we going to be talking about anything else, Silverado?
Yes.
What?
Because there's been some allegations of scamming in the Recharge Discord.
Which is unfortunate, but at the same time, kind of understandable. Kind of being the key word here.
Yeah, like, it's not very understandable.
It's not very understandable?
I mean, like, it's kind of understandable that, like, someone thinks of scamming, but, like, honestly, I'd just say they're not. Like,
yep.
It's a very good dev team.
It is. And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to read you a couple of messages. Actually, Silverado, I will let you read. I'm sorry for getting you this on at the last moment. Just if you don't mind reading what the original guy said. Actually, let me read you a message. This was sent in a DM conversation with me. And the interesting thing about this is the guy who sent it was not at all like hostile or anything. He was, you know, it was a little bit of a debate, but it was by no means hostile.
Yeah.
The guy said, where is it? Here it is. He said, where is it? Here it is. Yeah, I just don't see the game going anywhere from this. I don't know if you know anything about at all familiar with game development, but they've released a roadmap with all the features they're going to add. There's no way they're going to meet these deadlines. And that's kind of understandable. But one thing I actually did not do on the previous recording that I'm going to do now is I'm going to read a bit more of an in-depth dissertation, and I'm also going to put it on screen. So that way you won't just see me staring at the game. Here, and he sent a link to the announced roadmap. The 2025 Quarter 3 and Quarter 4 milestones are very ambitious. Nearing the end, we are nearing the end of Quarter 3 as I am writing this message. And right now, none of the features there are in game. Is Ghost Racing even implemented? A review I saw suspiciously mentioned it. Crawling mode, which should be simple enough. It's just slower cars. When they get the environments for it, who knows? VR support, and this is a big one, which I personally completely forget VR exists because guess what? I'm blind in one eye. VR support, and this is a big one. The game currently runs like a slog on a top-end hardware. And while they have been making efforts to optimize the game, it's still far from running like it should. Now, anybody familiar with VR will know that it is even more demanding on hardware than just reaching 60 on a solid 60 on a single screen. Anybody familiar with Unreal is familiar with the ability to force the game to launch in VR, to VR mode. Really, the VR compatibility is just a switch. But what will VR compatibility really mean from these developers? Just so the game launches into your headset, will it suffice? This is to be expected from a developer who thought sub 60 FPS was acceptable performance to an early access release and ask money for. I'm going to say something here. He has definitely never played BeamNG.
Yep.
Because here's the funny thing. I don't remember what the guy's name was. He's actually banned on the forums now of Beam. but he actually also complained that that Beam ran like terrible on his hardware, when in reality it ran better on literally everybody else's. So just because it runs bad on top-end hardware does not make it bad. Maybe it's just your hardware being particularly grumpy. So, don't accuse the game just from that. Although that car looks like it's from another game. It almost reminds me of Wreckfest. It could just be an asset from Unreal or something. Anyways, this absolute book continues. Let's go back to the time frame. There are 3 months to program, test, and release these features nearing the end of the year. We will also have many holidays, namely Christmas. How many vacations will these developers take during the following 3 months of development? Realistically, there is about 2 months of time to implement all of these promised features. So, he has some valid points. He does have some valid points. I will say that. But I also think that, I'm going to be very honest with you. This is a big problem on the internet. People have a tendency to be way too demanding. Let people work at their own pace. And while, yes, maybe some may take the money and run, some may not. Maybe they don't realize. For just as an oh, holy buggy textures. Just as an analogy, we had somebody want to buy something on Facebook Marketplace. They said, "Can I pick this up today?" My mom said yes. They said, "Address?" And my mom sent it to him. And I'm like, "Mom, that's not legit. That's a scam." And so I then sent a message from the account. I said, "Where are you coming from?" And the guy didn't respond. He just said, "I want to know where I'm going. You haven't even told me what town you live in." And then afterwards, we went ahead and did the sale and everything went okay. But I told him, I said, honestly, from the perspective of Facebook seller, when you say, "Is this still, can I pick this up today?" And then you say address with no context or anything, that really makes you look like a scammer. Maybe some people genuinely don't realize that what they're doing looks sketchy. And that's the thing that people need to realize, is that not everybody in this world is trying to steal your money. Yes, there are a lot of people, but you don't want to be so concerned and scared about scams that you blind yourself to when it isn't actually. Now, with that being said, again, there are valid points in his argument. And let's go ahead and discuss that. Do you want to mention what the developer said in response to all of the murmuring in the general chat of the Recharge server, Silverado?
Yep. The dev, which by the way,
Batukan.
Yep. Honestly, one of the best devs, because, he's pretty much straight to the point without being too combative.
Yes. But do you mind going ahead and reading what he says?
Yep. He says, "Because of a busy schedule, we haven't been able to check your feedback as much lately. This doesn't mean we've abandoned the game or stopped caring about the community. We've chosen a different strategy by building a community where developers are connected with players, but it's not always easy to focus on the game while also staying in touch with the community. I'm sorry if this has caused any misunderstandings."
Okay, good job. Do you mind slowing down just a bit? That wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, I highly recommend that if you actually care about knowing if this is a scam or why we believe it isn't, please use AI to summarize the video. Simply tap the word "ask" below the video. Anyways, what does the next message say, Silverado? The message from this person complaining?
Yep. I'll scroll down to his message. It says that there's like 7 of you guys, and you can't communicate anything at all for 3 weeks because it's been busy, especially for a project that you guys would call community-driven. Yep.
What did the dev say? Again, this is still Batukan.
Yep. Yes, we are busy. Additionally, out of the 7 people you see, only 3 are Recharge developers, 2 devs, and 1 artist. Some of the others are friends who voluntarily help us, while some are developers involved in different projects. I don't quite understand why you find it hard to believe that we're busy, but that's reality.
Very good. Then what did he say in response?
Well, your job should be making the game right after releasing it, and asking €20 for it. Is it crazy to think that developers should be developing the game that they release at a completely unreleasable state, which I disagree with.
Yeah. Why do you disagree with that?
I mean, like, yes, it's buggy, but like it was a completely releasable state.
And they're very transparent about it being early access. Look at the bottom of my screen. This game is currently in early access. Some features may not work as intended, and changes are to be expected. What do you not get about that? This is not a released game. Don't treat it like it is. I do agree, however, that $20 is a bit steep. Does that make this game unreleasable? No.
Nope.
So I do agree that $20 is steep, but that does not mean that it's not releasable. Maybe and like at $10, sure. That's why we bought the game, because it was $10. Anyways, do you want to read the next developer's message? I think it was also from Batukan.
Yeah. So technically speaking, the complainer sent 3 messages, but I'll just skip those 2.
Yeah. Well, you just read all 3 of them. Or wait.
Or no, I read only the first one of the 3.
Okay, read the others 2 if you don't mind.
Yep. And again, 3 weeks of complete radio silence. Well, silence less than a month after initial release is crazy. I think you forgot a space there. Just saying, you're repeating the exact same pattern I have seen 2 times now with other Kickstarter games that have walked away with the money.
And that's understandable. But question for you, Silverado: is this Kickstarter?
Nope. This is Steam.
This is Steam. This is Steam. I just got flung.
Oh, wait, just note that you're not currently screen sharing on Discord.
Oh, I'm not. And now I have to hide my start menu. So, anyway, okay. And what did the developer say in response to that?
Yep. I don't really understand your complaint. Yes, it's an early access game. I mean, it's not finished yet, and we are indeed continuing to develop it. Today, we released an update that includes a new game mode. Accusing us like this just because we couldn't respond to community messages for 3 weeks due to being busy is honestly quite funny. If you think it's unplayable and see us as scammers, you can just refund it and move on. There's really no point in dragging this discussion further.
And see, if they were scammers, would they say that? Let's be honest.
Like, they say, yeah, our game is early access, and if you don't like it, just refund it.
Yeah. What was the next message? I don't even remember who it was. Was it him or was it somebody else?
It was a. It's pretty much a third party.
What'd they say?
Saying the dead horse is thoroughly beaten. You got some valid points, dude, but I think we get it.
The dead horse is. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to steal that, and I am not going to credit you. That is a genius phrase. The dead horse is thoroughly beaten. I'm going to steal that whenever I have somebody who just will not shut up until they think they're right.
Yeah.
So, okay, what was the next message?
From the complainer. What's funny about it? A pretty valid question. Where is the product? Sounds like another deflection, just like the first time around.
And what was the response?
Yep. I've already answered this. If you clarify your exact request or concern more specifically, I can give you a clearer answer. You have already written it. Let me restate. If by where is the product, you mean that you don't believe we are developing the game, we literally released an update today that include a new game mode and a few improvements. We share a roadmap visual showing the upcoming features and estimated release date, and in line with that, we released our first update. If your issue is you don't care about the community, I've already addressed that as well, saying that due to workload we have not been able to engage much. I apologize if that caused any misunderstanding.
Slow down a bit.
Despite this... Oh, yep.
Keep going.
Despite this, you're still saying the same things. If there's something else you want to ask in good faith, I'll answer it. But if not, I won't be responding further on this topic.
You know what my favorite detail about that is?
What?
In good faith.
Yeah.
if you know, like, is it, if you're just being genuine, if this is a genuine concern, sure. If you're just trying to be argumentative or trying to accuse us, which quite frankly kind of seems that way, then, you know, we're not interested. So, what was the next message in it?
Yep. It was from a complainer. I'm not asking the same question. I'm not talking about how you address them. Obviously, I am aware of the roadmap, and I have also seen the update today that was not in question anymore.
What was the next message?
It was actually a message from you saying, so basically you're saying you want the devs to simultaneously develop the game faster and keep in contact better. Got it. No need to be hostile.
Yeah, I was irritated. Because like I said,
Yeah.
when this guy was in my DMs, he was not hostile. He was not aggressive. He was not rude. Oh no, this is where the game died. I gotta get away. This is where this game crashed
where
my
that
entire
last time?
PC. Get away!
Yeah, but honestly, that map's actually very resource intensive. I'll just say that now.
It is very resource intensive. How many times have you run out of VRM at this point?
I think like 10.
Wow. What was next?
Yep. From a complainer, doesn't need to develop fast, but more transparency would go a long way.
What was the next message again?
Oh wait, the one that I just said?
No, another one.
Okay.
The
Okay,
next
yeah.
one.
Yep, and this is from a different dev saying, sorry about the way things came across earlier. Our focus has been making the game better for players, and in the meantime, our communication with the community unfortunately slipped. I completely understand how that can be frustrating. We really do value your feedback, and we'll make a stronger effort to keep a better balance between development and transparency going forward.
So to
I
me,
just actually blew a screw react to this guy.
huh? You
I
just
just actually
accidentally
put a blue
skull reacted him?
No, blue square.
How did you manage that?
I have a habit when I'm reading a message out loud to highlight it. I went to click off it, but instead I clicked for blue square react.
Why did you have a blue square in your reactions? Is my question.
I don't know. I don't know what I needed it for.
So anyway, again, in my opinion, in my very much not expert opinion, this looks like a lesson learned the hard way
Yeah.
rather than an actual scam. Now, I don't think I told you, Silverado. I did some research.
Oh?
I actually joined the Unreal Engine Discord server and asked some developers. I said, hey, I have a game that I've been really promoting lately. There are some players alleging it's a scam. If it is a scam, I do not want it on my YouTube channel. Can somebody please take a look and tell me what you think? And so somebody did. And basically they said, yes, there's a lot of stock assets. But creation of assets is the most resource and time intensive thing for game development. So it's completely understandable that they would use stock assets, especially this early in the game. That is completely understandable. Because I've also had some people say it's that they think it's a scam because it's sloppily put together in your Unreal Engine. They said, yes, they had the gravity vector set high, but overall, you know, you can tell that they actually knew what they were trying to go for, and they have implemented the way they're trying to go for it. So, if the developers are, you know, defending themselves in a way that makes sense, and even other game developers are agreeing that it does not look like a scam, then, I mean, there still exists the possibility. I'm not saying it's absolutely not. But what am I saying? That is
I
not-
could process all the words.
I'm sorry, I talked too fast. I'm saying that I don't think it is. It may be, but I really don't. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And by the way, about the engine sounds, like I mentioned in the ugly part of the first video, they make much more sense in the crawling context.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm gonna admit, crawler electric motors are loud. Especially the big crawlers.
But the thing is, they're not loud, like aggressive loud. They're like whiny loud, which is what this is.
Yeah, like I can literally confirm with like my big RC crawler. Except I don't have a battery for it.
Could you turn it? Oh, I was gonna say, could you turn it on and like?
I mean, I
Just-
can probably demonstrate with my tiny crawler because I have a battery for it.
Go ahead. But yeah, so that's the thing. Don't jump to conclusions about games. Is it definitely not a scam? No. Unfortunately, we can't be definite about anything. What we can be definite about is that the developer team is working hard. It's very obvious. In fact, yeah, I can't really say anything else, but it's very clear that they are working very hard. Now, I'm gonna be really, really stupid and go into fourth gear and just see how much of this I can get around in fourth gear. I hit a rock.
You can bomb down the roads.
Oh yeah, there are roads here, aren't they?
There technically are, but not much of them.
Yeah, no,
Should I actually switch to my good mic for a good sound check?
no,
Okay.
because the good mic is way too loud. Because it's stereo, and so in the video it comes out louder than everybody and everything else. Especially when you're watching on a phone, which is what I usually watch on.
Okay, Tiny Crawler has been fired up. See if although this is just know this is an 18th scale crawler, so smaller than most, but noise suppression's killing it.
Of course it is!
Alright, let's hope this works.
I can't even hear the, you know, like in lower speeds, you can almost hear the ECM or ESC. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't hear it unless you're like literally not on the throttle at all. Now give it a proper like full throttle.
Yeah, this is a full throttle run right here.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
what it sounds like. I don't even know what it sounds like though. Yeah,
That's funny.
it was-
But yeah,
Oh,
so
and I ran into
that's the whole
something.
situation. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording before the game dies. Actually, I'm having a blast. No, I'm not. Look at this. Oh no.
Yep.
Get away, get away, get away.
Actually, wait, hold on. I have a stupid idea. One
What?
second.
Oh no.
I have a tripod that can wrap around things.
Oh no.
I'm gonna try and put it on my tiny RC car, go on a journey with it.
Oh no. That sounds like a really bad idea. Well, you know what? You do that while we're not recording. Because I want to end this recording before my PC dies and the recording corrupts again.